Hello everyone. The Shibuya trailer just got released and man does it look better than what I could have ever expected. We start off on these absolutely gorgeous shots of downtown Shibuya as it looks messy, crooked, unnerving. One of the best aspects of this arc is that it's told through the lens of Yuji as if it was a documentary. The incident part of that name isn't just for show, it's meant to showcase the tragedy behind it, like a historical event. Anyway, enough yammering, let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this trailer. We have people really doubting the new Season 2 art aesthetic, fearing that it would detract from the overall great animation we saw in Season 1, but as we saw, that was all just a bluff as Season 2 objectively looks better than Season 1, and the simplistic character designs would allow for more smooth and expressive animation. As you can see from this trailer, that amount of quality is carried all the way throughout this entire season. Back onto the trailer itself, we get this amazing bird's eye view of the crowded streets of the Shibuya downtown districts. I know that this is just a full shot zooming out, but I cannot express enough how hard it is to pull this type of thing off and how well it brings to life the entire arc. We then get this shot of Yuji Itadori's amazingly animated face, by the way, and it looks like he's talking to the grasshopper curse in this scene as you notice from the panels in the manga. It looks like it's from a similar angle. We then get Kenjaku, the man, the myth, the legend, looking down upon the sorcerers that are coming to stop his plan. Supposedly, I assume this scene is him looking at Meimei after she destroyed the smallpox curse. We then cut to this outstanding fast scene of Mahito going completely insane from the looks of it. Then emerges from the fire Mechamaru's full mech, which contextualizes this scene as it being the fight between the two. I just want to say, this entire mech fight being drawn completely in 2D instead of using CGI is absolutely bonkers to me. I have no clue how Mappa does it. But as we see in the next cut, Mahito emerges from the fire at a creepy glance, showcasing that he's caught somebody off guard, perhaps by surprise even. For us manga readers, I'm sure we all know what this scene is supposed to represent. But weirdly enough, after it, we see Mechamaru's last-ditch effort to power up his mech with his last surge of cursed energy. This tube that he injects into his robot is 3 years of cursed energy that he's built up over time. More gorgeous animation of this fight concludes as we cut to the fast-paced shots of the different Kyoto and Tokyo Jiu-Jitsu high school students in Shibuya. The shots go by way too fast for me to recognize what's actually going on, but I assume that the one with Nobara is showcasing her fight with the hand sword guy, which you cannot pay me to remember, Maki being with Nobito and Nanami, and the fast-paced shots of Panda, Meimei, and Kusakabe. The last few shots I do recognize, however, as we have this amazingly animated sequence of Megumi dodging one of Toji's attacks in his fight in the streets, the scene of Nanami walking through Shibuya, this one's not as important, but the last one of Gojo Satoru, the strongest sorcerer alive, breathing heavily over the dead corpses of the idle transfigured humans that Mahito sent into the station. I just love everything about this shot. The cold expression on his face with one eye being covered by his hair, the tinge of blood on the side of his cheek, and the cool air breathing out from his mouth. It just makes the scene seem like it's going to be completely raw. And the hype just keeps on going as we get this amazingly fast-paced shot of Megumi jumping off of the building. I actually don't know what this fight scene is from in the manga. Perhaps it's an anime-only scene that is going to add additional context to a fight that's already happened. I don't know. Whatever it is, it sure looks great. Although from Megumi's troubled expression, it doesn't look like he's having much fun. We then get this amazingly colored shot of Choso preparing a piercing blood on Yuji. The cool green colors shooting from the station highlighting his character really sells the eeriness and danger that this scene is probably going to provoke. His cold and calm demeanor, along with his bloodlusted expression, is sure to send goosebumps down everyone's spine once this top 3 fight gets unleashed on the internet. We then get some more shots of the fight with Yuji taking piercing blood, although from the look of his expression, it doesn't actually look like he's being the one hit here. Perhaps it's the moment where Kugasagi gets ahem. Anyways, the shot of Choso redirecting piercing blood to counter Yuji's approach as it transitions to the crowd of people being brutally murdered, I presume, in this scene. Man, if Jujutsu Kaisen hasn't bordered on mature ratings so far, this scene in Shibuya will definitely push it over the edge. I like how everyone's wearing their Halloween costume here. It is really hard to animate distinct looking silhouettes and character designs, all for like a 10-second scene, I presume. Mappa is just in their bag with Jujutsu Kaisen. They know this is the best series they have, but they don't want to mess it up. Well, I was right about that last scene, as we immediately see Jogo going up and murdering these humans in order to draw Gojo's attention. Watching this is just brutal, man. This is going to be a hard scene to swallow. But hey, the trailer editors sure know their catharsis as they immediately show Jogo getting his ass beat by Sukuna in Shibuya. This scene looks distinctively different from all of the other scenes we've seen so far in the trailer, meaning that they knew it was going to be an important moment. I've seen the more popular fan edits of this fight scene between Jogo and Sukuna, so I know people's expectations are high for this scene. Anyways, some more fast shots of random stuff happening, Nanami tightening his band, Gojo looking eerily worried about something, and this absolutely over-animated shot of Bubbles. I just like how Mappa goes over the top for small stuff like this. After some more shots of the fight scene between Mahito and Mekamaru, we get probably the best animated piece in this trailer, and that's Miwa's absolutely stunning shadow style strike against Kenjaku towards the end of this arc. They just didn't have to go so hard for such a minuscule moment, as we know she gets cucked in the manga, but man, they went above and beyond to show how badass she looks. I hope Gege actually makes her a relevant character again, as those panels during the Cully games implied that she was going to become far more powerful than what she is now. We then get Kusakabe's own preparation of Shadow Style, which I assume he's using to block Kenjaku's ultimate Uzumaki that he's about to throw at them. This quick shot of Megumi shows up, and they're not slick trailer. I know that this is the fight between Toji with the way he swings back in order to grab his sword. On to another money shot of the trailer, there are a lot of those. We see Yuji and Megumi fighting Jiro Awasakwa, the inverse guy. This camera shot looks like it's animated all on ones, which makes it more impressive by the way. One last shot of Megumi falling down, and to conclude this amazing trailer, we get personally my favorite shot in it, Yuji Itadori bleeding one half out of his eye, preparing up a divergent fist, which I assume he's mastered at this point because this, ladies and gentlemen, is almost 100% the fight between him and Mahito at the end of this arc. Being possibly one of the greatest fights in shonen history, this fight looks absolutely gorgeous already, and I can tell that when it finally comes out, it's going to be a masterpiece. And with that, we conclude the Shibuya Incident Arc trailer. Tell me what your thoughts were on the trailer in the comments below. I plan on over-analyzing every episode as they come out past August 31st, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. Or don't, and you might find a cursed object under your bed ending up looking like this guy tomorrow. I don't know, could happen.